Millionaire mom watches. Black waiter. Teach her autistic son to speak. What happens next will change everything. At a quiet upscale restaurant, a millionaire mom sat sipping her latte, nervously glancing at her son, who rarely spoke a word in public. Across the room, a black waiter knelt beside him with a calm, gentle patience that immediately caught her attention. In that single moment, she sensed something extraordinary was unfolding, but she had no idea that what she was about to witness would completely upend her expectations, challenge her assumptions, and leave her questioning what truly mattered in life. What happened next would shock everyone at the table. She had always prided herself on control, luxury cars, designer clothes, and the prestige of being part of the elite. But nothing prepared her for the delicate challenge of raising a child with autism who struggled to speak and connect. Family dinners often ended in frustration and awkward silence, leaving her wondering if anyone could bridge the gap between her son and the world. On a crisp Saturday morning, she brought her son to a high-end restaurant, hoping that the change of scenery might spark some breakthrough. She barely noticed the black waiter, a man whose gentle demeanor contrasted sharply with the bustling environment. He seemed to carry a quiet confidence, moving with a rhythm that suggested he understood more than just orders and etiquette. Her son fidgeted at the table, eyes darting nervously. Most adults would have stepped back, unsure of how to respond. But the waiter knelt to meet him at eye level, softly guiding him through simple words and phrases. The mom's curiosity grew, but she kept her distance, unsure of whether to intervene or simply watch. Little did she know, this moment would soon escalate into something far more powerful than she could have imagined. The waiter began a patient routine, using gestures and gentle repetition, coaxing sounds and words from the boy. Slowly, hesitantly, the child formed syllables that had previously been locked away in silence. Her heart raced, alternating between awe and disbelief. She realized she was witnessing not just teaching, but an act of connection, of understanding. As minutes passed, other diners began to notice. Some whispered, some stared, and some reached for their phones. The mom's initial pride in her wealth faded, replaced by something heavier, a raw awareness that true value and impact could not be bought. She watched as the waiter's presence became transformative, as her son's laughter began to bubble through hesitation, soft at first, then more confident. Her mind raced with questions. Who was this man who could reach her son in ways she could not? What motivated him to give so freely of his patience and skill? The more she observed, the more she realized this wasn't just about teaching words. It was about dignity, compassion, and the human connection she had never fully appreciated. The tension in her chest grew, knowing she could never replicate this on her own, and that the world outside her carefully curated lifestyle held lessons she had ignored for far too long. Then it happened. Her son looked directly into the waiter's eyes, forming his first full sentence. "I like you." The words were simple, yet monumental. The entire restaurant seemed to hold its breath. Patrons froze mid-conversation. Glasses clinked. Softly, and for a fleeting moment, the chaos of the outside world vanished. Tears welled in the mom's eyes, a mixture of relief, pride, and profound humility. She realized that no amount of money, status, or luxury could substitute for this moment of genuine human connection. The waiter smiled quietly, nodding, and stepped back, his job complete. But the impact of his action would reverberate far, beyond the walls of that restaurant. In an instant, she understood that real courage and real love often come from unexpected places, and sometimes the ones society undervalues hold the keys to the lessons we desperately need. As the mother embraced her son, she felt a shift within herself. Her priorities changed in an instant. Wealth and prestige felt hollow compared to the warmth of her child speaking, the integrity of the man who guided him, and the ripple effect of kindness in the world. She knew she would never see life the Same way again. The waiter returned to his duties unaware of the profound mark he had left on her and countless others who had witnessed the scene. The mother left the restaurant not just with memories, but with a renewed perspective. That equality, patience, and understanding could bridge gaps that money and privilege never could. Weeks later, she shared the story with friends and colleagues, and slowly, it became a lesson in empathy and awareness. The experience served as a reminder that heroism is not always grandiose. Sometimes it's simply about showing up for someone, giving them a voice, and transforming a life with unwavering patience. She asked herself, and now asks everyone who hears the story, how often do we miss the chance to witness true greatness because it doesn't wear a suit or carry a title?